topic every day, you off the rip. And any block you put me on is just another strip. The hardest working man, you know, so what's the screw for? Catch me in the loop though, when the circles all through flows. These cowards can't match me, I'm on a different level. They try to stand close, so I keep an extra shovel. I dig a hole, you pick a hole, the grass is never greener. You pick a roll, I pick a roll, but mine's a little meaner. I bite more than bark, you like more than spark. I write off the charts and wipe you off your mark. The money been the motive, you just catching up slow. And I told you once before, yeah, I'm all about the...
Where do you specifically find your inspiration from?
I found nowadays and more recent times, I find my inspiration from what goes on. Period. So like when you first get into it, you know, you look at the people that you listen to, the idols and stuff like that. But then when you become your own, I find inspiration just for things that go on around me, around my peers, around family, around business. I just take things from that and say, okay, I have to talk about it because this is how I know how to talk about it. So I'm gonna write it down and go make a song. So that's where the inspiration comes from now.
So, sidebar, since you're from Brooklyn, I'm from Brooklyn, Jay or Big?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Big.
That just got me hyped. That just got me hyped. Because in all reality, whenever people ask me that question, I always say I'm gonna go with Big.
Right.
You have to. I mean, you can't go with number two without number one. It's like if this man was doing what he was doing and you was his man's, I can't pick you over him. Even if you did progress after the fact, I can't pick you over him because he was a predecessor. Right. So I said, that's just me. I can't do it.
And then, you know, all right, so boom, we in the Carolinas. You in the Carolinas. You travel. When I sit here and engineer some shows, I just hear people talk in general wherever I go. Like, people is like, oh, Jay-Z, he that nigga in New York. Oh, let me tell you my God, too, man. They always be like, oh, Jay, he that da-da-da-da-da. So, if Big was living, right, S-Frog, if Big was living, do you think he'll be bigger than Jay or more respected than Jay?
It's one of them multiple lane kind of thing, right? So, I don't know him personally. I'm going by based on what I've seen, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, I saw Big adapting and being cool and all that stuff with different styles of rappers, different areas, different regions and all that, right? So he might be more respected as like, yo, he's one of us because he's around like that. But then I don't know how his business is, right? Because Jay's business is what it is. But let's not mistake it that he was next to Dame and Biggie was next to Puff. Great businessmen, so we don't know how their lives would have turned out, right? But at the end of the day, it's like I think they both would be, you know, wherever they need to be. But I think Big would be more respected like the street. Like, I'm out here with these dudes.
Right, that's true.
You know,
I feel it.
That's how I look at it.
How many times have I said this? I said, and I only gave the simple examples from recent days. For example, S-Rock, I was engineering a show, and one of the hosts of the show asked me to get on because I'm from New York. Right. So they asked me, who do you think will have more respect in your town than Big or Jay? And I said, honestly, if Big was living, I feel like because even now, he's not even living, I feel like he gets more respect from the hood and, you know, Brooklyn in general, New York in general than Jay-Z, for the simple fact, I have to say this. Oh my God, I hate when this train comes by. I have to say, I'm like, there's people in Marcy houses right now, old people who got COVID, who need ventilators, all types of shit. And Jane checking for them. It'd be simple things like that makes you respect it.
I don't know why they thought he was been doing something.
I feel like in real tough situations, you probably brought Oprah to the hood, but in all reality, bringing Oprah to the hood wasn't for the hood. That was for her magazine. That was the whole marketing. Like, people who understand marketing understand what it is. What's your opinion on that? Like, do you feel, as an artist, at what point do you feel you have to give back to your hood and you gotta just do for your hood from a distance? Like, if that makes any sense.
Well, it also depends on how you were in your hood, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say if you in your hood and you just like one of the lame people that people walk all over, do you want to give back to that, right? Mm-hmm. But then if you're not one of the people but you rep in the hood, it's only right that you give back because you're getting your name built off the hood. So you have to give back in a sense, right? And it's about character. Like we said, the whole thing about bringing Oprah to the hood. So now you bring Oprah to the hood, right? You help Lil Wayne with his issues and all that. You help Meek Mill his issues and all that. But the people in your hood that you talk about need help. So why not help them? Because they need the help. Whereas these people, they probably got people they can get help from, or they probably got the money to help them.
Exactly.
But the character shows like, oh, you're not really for the people. You of the people, but you're not for the people because you come out of it, but you ain't representing it. That's how I look at it.
And I feel you. I definitely feel you. So moving forward, this actually leads me into my next question. That's crazy how the universe works because I wasn't even paying attention. But what for you? What was it like growing up in Brooklyn based on your experience?
I mean, Brooklyn was cool for me because I grew up in Brooklyn and Queens. So it's like, I'm from East New York, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so between Linden Projects and Cypress Projects is where I grew up in Brooklyn.
Right.
And it's like any other neighborhood. You know, you have fun as a kid, you run around, bikes and play fighting and sports and getting in a bunch of trouble, but also having fun. But you're not getting in trouble where it's like you going to jail for life at that young age. It's like you getting in trouble, maybe, you know, fights and all that might get busted up or something like that. But other than that, it was just fun.
You find inspiration in your younger days growing up in Brooklyn into your brand as a whole?
Yeah, because like I was always the person that be chilling, like my people that be with me and all that. One of them is here right now. They might run around and do what they gonna do, and they be in them. Me, I'm just chilling. Like, nah, I'm gonna play the porch. I'm gonna play the block and just chill. But then bring a female around. I'm like, oh, now we about to bag this up. We about to do that in the third. So now when I think about my branding, I'm looking at like, wait, would the females buy that? Would the females get into that? So that comes from me thinking as a youngin', like, nah, where the girls at? So as an adult doing business, I'm thinking the same thing. Will the females get it?
Okay, that makes sense. So my next question is, like, there's so many questions I want to ask you because like
Ask
we're so
away,
real.
like,
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, we could really talk. I could tell that from the energy. But like, I want to know more about your music and stuff. Like, do you even remember the first song that you ever written? Talk to me about that.
The first song I ever written, I actually do remember because it was a song my grandfather had died, and that was the first song I had wrote it over a Nas beat. I forget which Nas beat though. But I remember because me and my man who I was rapping with at the time, that was a studio session where we both finally did our own original song, and we thought it was original, right? But it was over instrumentals, and it was over Nas beat. And I remember it was about something that had to do with my grandfather.
Okay.
I don't remember the words though. Like I don't remember.
Okay.
I just know the topic, you know, like what I was talking about.
That's fine. That's completely fine. At what point? Now, moving forward. When you decided, I know the hustle is what made you fall in love with hip hop. I know that. But at what point did you say, I want to be an artist?
Well, to be quite honest, I never say I want to be an artist because my whole thing is the business behind it. Like what happened was the first time I went to the studio, I was going with my godbrother. He wanted to rap. Mm-hmm. So when I went with him, he was like, yo, come with me. I'm like, for what? He's like, come rap. I'm like, I don't rap. And so he was like, but you can. So I went. And then I liked it. And so once I liked it that first time, it was like, oh, I want to keep doing this. So then from there, everything just like a domino effect. I went from doing the music to doing other endeavors, whether it be graphics or videos or shows or whatever it is. Everything that pertains to being an artist, I fall in love with it because it's like a part of the process. So with me being an artist, it's not about being an artist musically, it's about being an artist, period.
Exactly. And that's one thing I say, like when I say, me personally, when I say artist, I'm not just talking about a single or rapper. I'm talking about it as a whole. You know what I mean? Because an artist is just being artistic.
Right.
And that means knowing marketing, knowing how to grasp attention, knowing those things. So you did mention other endeavors. Talk about your brand that was founded in 2009.
Oh, it's about Rockview. Okay, so basically how that happened was, you know, when you get into music, you start with who's around you and what's around you. So at that time, it's just me, my boys or whatever. So we like, yo, let's rap. And at this point, I done went with my godbrother. Now I want to do it, right? So then that didn't work out. So then I worked with somebody else. That didn't work out. So then I went to the third person, which was another relative, and that spiraled all out of control. So I'm like, I'm going to just do my own thing because clearly it's not working with me working with people. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just start Rockview Entertainment. My name is S-Rock, so I'm going to give y'all my vision of entertainment. So that's how Rockview Entertainment started, because it's S-Rock's vision of entertainment. So whatever I feel like need to be out there, that's what I'm going to put out there.
Right.
Whether it's from me or people I work with.
So you just mentioned like a little ups and downs with, all right, I tried to do this with this person, it ain't work out, da da da.
Yeah.
What are more struggles you had or feel you had within the entertainment industry?
I know my struggles. I know exactly what it is. From every situation, like it's been struggles each time. So like the situation I mentioned in the beginning, when you first start, I was the one that's always had the money for the studio time. So I'm like, yo, just write your verses by the weekend. You got a whole week to do it, right? I come on the block, they're not written. Now I start getting frustrated after a while, like, I'm going to just do my own thing. But this is over time. Then the second situation, I got with a company, and then they disappeared on me. I'm like, yo, how we doing a situation and y'all just get gone? So then
you talking about WVMR?
No, that's later in the story. Like,
because I was about to say this is Jasmine got the juice, so I keep it professional. But
so
I like the juice too.
We had a business situation for 2 years, and after the first year, they just disappeared. I couldn't get in touch with them or nothing, so I had to run that 1 year out. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just go with somebody else. So I went with my family, because I'm like, yo, this is my fam. Ain't nothing gonna go wrong here, or so you think, right? Yeah. So I said, look, I know I have to work on being an artist. This is what I want to do. So then he came to me and said, nah, I want you to run it with me. I was like, whatever. Like, you my cousin, I'm gonna help you. So then when that went sour is because, he wanted to do something that he told me he didn't want to do. And then he just did it behind my back. So I'm like, yo, like, you told me you didn't want to do that. Why are you doing that? So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing. And then from there, Rock View came about. And the other things that happened was like business stuff, financial stuff. No, regular business stuff with the ups and downs. It wasn't nothing like really horrific. It was
How have you incorporated all of that into being where you at now? I see you have merch. I see you do printouts. Like, talk to me about that.
Well, because I refuse to be a middleman or be anybody's conduit if we both not benefiting. So, like, if I'm gonna buy your brand and it's plastered up there, like, I'm gonna pay you and promote you. I don't want to do that. So if we could work together, then we could do that. But being that I didn't know nobody to work with, I'm like, well, I'm gonna make my own clothes and I wear my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when I started doing that, then now that I'm my conduit, I'm my middleman. So I just push like the entrepreneurship of this is what I want to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna go look for you to do it because I feel like it's hustling backwards. If I pay you and promote you, what am I getting out of that? You know what I'm saying? I understand, we gotta wear clothes, like you gotta wear shoes on your feet and stuff like that. But if your logo and your name is plastered, and I'm gonna walk in billboard for you, and I gotta pay you, I feel like it's hustling backwards in the business sense.
That is.
Because I do honestly feel like things are supposed to be one hand wash the other, wash the face. Unless, like, for example, how do you feel about this? Let me ask you this. Me personally, I feel like if a person has a specific platform, right? But another person wants to do business, but they might not have that platform. And you per se know your worth, and you charge. I mean, you know what? Fuck it, I'm Jasmine.
I'm about to say, why are you
spit it out?
I'm Jasmine motherfucking Taylor. You heard? Nah, let me stop. You know why? That's why you've been following me for a long time, and you see that I'm humble, but I talk my shit when I want to.
Yeah.
So basically, how do you feel about this? I feel like I've been doing what I've been doing, right?
Nice.
And I charge motherfuckers clearly. However, not only have my experience causes me to put a fee on what I do, my work ethic, my quality, and my platform. This station here is heard in 157 countries with over 1 million streams. I put a price on what I do.
As you should.
Okay. Now, there might be artists where if they have a blue check and they want me to interview them, I might not charge them because while they promoting my show, you get what I mean? They have that traffic. But it might be somebody who who's not even their music not registered, nothing like that, and they're like, oh, I don't pay to get on interviews. How do you feel about clients like that? I'm sure you get clients where they be like, oh, but nah, if you make my shirt for this, I'll just promote you. How do you feel about certain people where it's like, nah, nigga, I got quality work.
We want me to be real?
What's up?
We can curse? That's some sucker shit.
You ain't hear me.
That's some sucker shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I look at it like this. If I'm doing music, business, clothes, whatever I'm doing, right? And I want to go on a platform. When you go on that platform, you're promoting and marketing your brand and your business, right? Isn't there a department and company that's for promoting and marketing and advertising?
Period.
So when you go on radio or any media outlet, it's marketing and advertising. Why don't you have to pay for that? Because you're not bringing that station the marketing and advertising that they require for you being up there. So if you don't have equivalent or greater, you got to pay. Ain't nobody gonna give you work on consignment and say, yo, yeah, come pull up, do your thing on the block. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. So at
That's
the end of the day,
factual.
if you want to progress, you have to do the necessary steps. If you didn't do the necessary steps to get your name up already, and you still trying to get it up, then you need to try to go in your pocket and pay.
Y'all need to listen to this
Simple.
man.
It's grind. Look, it's on my shirt. Grind pays. I make this shirt for a reason. Grind pays. If you grind it enough, it'll pay. But sometimes you gotta pay the grind.
Exactly.
It goes both ways.
Harry, listen, let me tell you, you dropping some jewels. Don't let that shit go over your motherfucking
Yeah.
head. Because when I tell y'all 2021, I'm not being nice. Because, all right, so.
Cause I'm the same way. Look, I don't ask for no favors.
No,
Yo, what is it? Oh,
exactly.
it cost that much? Alright, yo, here you go.
Because you could have hit me up like, but you came to my station and was da-da-da.
Right. I ain't even run that long.
No, I know you didn't run it, but you had partnership.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You could have did one of those.
Exactly. So you already know I'm not on that type of
He
time.
could have did one of those. Oh, but you've been up to the other station
Right.
for a couple times. I ain't up.
And then it was a station that I was the owner on. Like, I owned the station, me and my partner. So if I own it and I see you doing something later on, I'm not gonna hold that over. Yo, remember this? Nah, this is what you're
This is
doing.
his business.
All right, let's just go.
And that's just how I feel about situations in general. So talk to me about the you and your printing and your clothing. Just talk to me about everything. I really want to know you. I know you just are like the jack of all trades. You have so much going on.
Right.
What's your first love?
My first love is music, because music is the vibe, is the expression, and everything stems from that, right? So everything I talk about in music, you might see me put it on something else. So when I say the thing about like grind pays, a lot of my music is talking about going to get some money because we gotta live. I'm not working a 9 to 5. This is my life, right? So I have to grind. This shirt right here that I have for you. Matter of fact, I got a shirt for you.
You can
And-
show it to the
and-
cameras. The cameras is watching.
Right.
Right.
You got two
So
cameras.
yeah, 2 cameras. Okay, cool. So that right there, that's the cold yellow shirt, because I started something called
That's
the color
called a
code shirt.
QR. That's a Q. Like,
Yeah, this
it's
is.
like a QR
Hold
code.
on, I'll open it up for you.
Okay, yeah.
If you don't mind, I know it's
It's
for you.
cool. It's
All right,
okay.
cool. So basically, what this is like sometimes we might, as artists, want to rap, sing, or whatever we want to do, and put it on material, and sometimes we can't sell it, right?
So is that your QR code?
Yeah. So basically,
Shit.
if you get this shirt and you scan this with your phone, it'll take you to a link directly to download an EP called Riding and Vibing right to your phone. So you don't got to go to like another website to go get it or none of that. Like, get a shirt from me,
Your
or if
marketing
somebody
is
got
crazy.
it, just scan it with your phone, and all you got to do is click download right there to your phone, and then once the file goes to your phone, just open the folder. And now
That's
you got
crazy.
my EP in your, and all my information is on the cover and everything, so you don't have to worry about looking for me no more.
That's
it's
so
right there.
fire.
You
That's
understand what I'm
so fire. I come
You just
in
gave me
here.
an idea. We gonna chop
Look,
it up.
I do these on business cards. I do them on shirts. I make shirts, I make book bags. You need that, hoodies,
Yeah,
whatever.
all that.
Like,
Yeah, that's
at the
crazy.
end of the day, we have to do what we have to do for ourselves. And if I'm able to do these things for myself, why am I going to look for somebody else to do it? But then the people around me, why would I let them look around to somebody else? If I'm in a corner, I'm like, yo, bro, I could do this for you. Like, yo, either we could work out some business, or I'm gonna look you out or whatever. But we gonna work the right way, and that leads me to something else that I'm getting
Go ahead
into.
and talk about it.
Which
Yeah.
coming up in the first quarter is we got the hair salon. You know what I'm saying? Right
Wait,
here.
wait, hold on.
What? Hold on. You
Run
got the
that
hair?
shit back.
What the?
It's
So
business.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me
Well,
about that.
like what that is, like, it's getting off the ground, right? So at the end of the day, people need their hair done. You know what I mean? If we businesses and business people, and we see, oh, there's a void that needs to be filled, right? And then somebody's filling that void, but you connected with that person. Why wouldn't you help that person, right? So one of my people is doing the hair salon. As a matter of fact, it's A1 Unisex Creations and Designs. That's the name of the salon. It's getting off the ground first quarter of next year. And I got him with me right here. So I just wanted to bring him here so y'all
okay.
can see him and put a face to it, because it's going to be in High Point. So that's next door.
So y'all setting up shop down
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
Oh,
you
sweet.
you
Yeah,
from New
that's-
York, so you know Brooklyn and East New York and Brownsville next door.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
say
that's
High
Greensboro
Point,
and High Point.
yeah,
It's
that's how it
East
is,
New York
yeah.
and
And
Brownsville.
I always try to, all right, not for nothing, I always try to explain to people down here, like, listen, I live in East New York compared to, like, you know, like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the good part of Brooklyn compared to that.
That's fine.
Because I'm from downtown Brooklyn. Like, we
Okay,
give it up.
yeah.
Like,
downtown.
huh?
It's dangerous downtown.
All right, but you want to know what's crazy? It's dangerous downtown. However, it's low key.
Yeah.
Like downtown,
It depends on your lifestyle.
murders and all of that is not broadcasted the way Browns, East New York,
But you ain't gotta say it like that.
No,
like,
but what I'm saying
you
is
scrunched it out.
because it's a fact. Listen, you know it's a fact.
Nah,
I
that's
know.
what's up though.
But like I always try to tell people, like High Point and Greensboro is like Brownsville, East New York. So
Yeah.
everything that I'm experiencing, like it's not much of a difference. Besides, it's a bit slower. Like that's just how I feel. What's your experience like since you've been down here? I know you back and forth, but like, what's your goals and stuff while you down here?
I mean, the ultimate goal, what I'm working on is getting some land down here and building a compound down here. That's the ultimate goal. But the immediate goal is just to get familiar with the scene, what's going on down here with the artists and the businesses down here. Because like when people, they know I do music, but
I think I have a
that's
call.
you?
Hold on, that's
Do I
somebody
have a
calling in.
call? How does this work? Hold
Yeah,
on.
'cause
I want to know
hear
how.
it right in my
Wait,
headphones.
I want to know how it be connecting to the
Wait, hold
joint.
on. I think I got it.
Oh, that's why.
Wait, hang up.
You can answer it.
No, you know what it is? Oh my gosh.
That's
I
somebody.
don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to request
Drew, yeah.
They're trying to request Drew's song, but it's actually not my number. It's the station's number, and it's not.
It's
right
popping
here.
up on the thing.
It's popping up here, but I don't
Okay.
have a phone. But if you're listening,
We gonna
let
play
me
that.
tell you guys, I'm gonna play Drew's music. Drew, Brooklyn. Listen, I'm from fucking New York. You don't think I'm trying to put my city on?
Facts. Facts.
Like I only have people from New York right here in the studio right now.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's always
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Though.
That part.
Okay.
But the experience down here is cool, right? Like I said, that's the ultimate goal. But the immediate goal is to get familiar with the scene
Yeah.
down here, the artists. And, you know, we started working with artists down here, too,
That's
already.
okay.
So,
That's
in New
what's
York, people who know me from New York, they know that we do shows and do things of that nature in the scene up there. But being
Yeah.
that I'm back and forth, and I got ties, like, my family down here. I got people that I know that do the things in the industry that's not in New York. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I could take what I do in New York and bring it down here and let y'all
Listen,
shine
I've
out,
been
too.
trying to tell this girl this.
It's
for
about
that.
business. You know what I mean?
It's not about me, but at the end of the day, I got the brand, I got the platform, I
Get to it.
Why you think I'm here? Like I'm using you as the conduit. I'm up here as the guinea pig. Like
Right.
I'm letting them know,
I
like,
love
yo,
it.
I'm from the city. I'm down here. So now you see me on the radio down here on
Get
her
with the
show.
program,
So
right?
now when you want to get on, yo, look, I'ma link y'all, or I'll take it, or I'll link her, let her, whatever. Because you see
Yeah.
me doing it, so ain't no, we don't know. You do
Exactly.
know, because I know. If I know, you know.
You know,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
exactly,
saying?
yeah.
So that's my whole thing, because people look at it like, oh, you do music and you an artist, and I'm like, I do music, but that's not me.
Yeah.
Like I'm an artist, but I am not an artist. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Like that's not me. I'm a businessman. So by me being a businessman, I know one business got to help the next business, right? One business take like when I make this shirt. Now there's a person that made this shirt, one business, but there's another person who got a business that make the ink, and I'm the business that make the design. So now we put the business together. Now you got the manufacturer to go ahead, press it up, do what you're gonna do. So
Right.
each business is helping the business. So now, like I said, if I know what I'm doing, and then I got somebody that's doing the hair salon, right? And we connected at the hip like that. So now, if you got something, I got something. So I'm gonna go promote it like it's mine, because it is
Hell
mine. It's
yeah, that's
ours.
how it's supposed to be.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if I eat, we eat. You
That's
know what
how
I'm saying?
it's
You eat
supposed
what
to
you kill, but sometimes somebody gotta show you how to kill. Like you might know how to kill, but not the right way.
So what's some things you're currently working on?
Right now, I just produced a single for one of my artists, Lucis. It's an R&B single that's dropping on the 23rd, December 23rd on rockviewent.com/music. That's the music page where we put our own music out. So I distribute it myself. It go on major platforms later, but initially it drops on our own platform. So if you want to go there,
Okay.
So I produce for him too. So like I get it sound right, get
Yeah, do all that,
get it going.
I just wanna hold you close, won't leave you lonely. I do. Baby, let me be your only. Girl, I'm gonna treat you right and never lie. It's true. This is what I'm giving for life.
You just the boss man, period. Like,
Yeah,
you know
pretty
what I'm saying?
much.
Yeah, like you the boss man. period.
Yeah, I put me
Like,
secondary a lot of
Yeah.
times because like I don't, like I said, I don't. The music for me is it's a love, but music is not a business for me. Business is
Word.
a business.
Nah, I feel
So
you.
I'll put my music secondary. Like I just started on my website currently. I just made it active because you asked me what I got going.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, this your time to promote
like I
yourself.
have Access Titan, which is basically a subscription access to my website.
Mm-hmm.
So I have people that can sign up regular and get regular content. Then I got people who can sign up and pay monthly or flat for the year and get different content that only they can see, like a streaming service almost.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now it's like if I feel like doing some songs that I can't sell or whatever,
You
y'all can still get it because it's free. You go ahead and get it. If I say, oh, this shirt costs $30 regular, but y'all can get it for $20. Or if I got a show coming up only for the subscribers. Yeah. So I just made that live like 2-3 days ago. That's the most recent thing I have current, and the one that's coming up is the song that I produced for my artist Lucius. It's an R&B song. You know what? Don't get me lying which one it is, because I don't want to say the title because we got like 3 that we're working on, so I don't want to say the title wrong. So, but it's on rockviewent.com. December 23rd is dropping, so that's in 2 weeks.
I might say yes. We can have.
Yeah. So most recent is the subscription. Most recent one that's coming is the single for him on December 23rd. Then right after, like I said, got my business partner doing the hair salon, the High Point, in the first quarter of next year. So
when you say hair salon, it's your ish, right? It's his.
Yeah.
You guys.
That's their shit.
Yeah. Like,
I've been seeing a lot of males get into that business.
That's a good
business.
business.
A great business. Do you know that's a $1 billion business?
That's a great business. Like, I'm be coming to the shop. Look, I'm starting my locks over, so I'm gonna be coming to the shop to get my joints twisted and all that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's what you're supposed to do.
So, like, before we depart ways, of course, I want you to continue to promote yourself. But is there any like advice or words of wisdom that you go by that you can actually drop and leave with us and our listeners?
Believe in yourself and don't stop. Period. It sounds
but what
cliche.
If you get discouraged?
No, ain't no discouraged, because at the end of the day, when look, I have kids, right? So for anybody who got kids, you do, right? So there you go. If you got a child and you don't have no money, and that child got to eat, you gonna find some money, right?
That's a fact.
So ain't no whatever you can't, whatever you don't feel like. No, get up and do it, because as a parent, you got to get up and do it. So your business is your baby, your brand is your baby. Get up and go do it. It don't matter. It don't, just do it.
Ain't no can't.
Like, I got a book out called Moments of Motivation.
So you got the book. You the author.
So you said it's called Motives?
It's called Moments of Motivation.
Moments of Motivation.
It's a motivational quote book. It's 10 quotes in there. You could, in a day, you can just go to one quote, get some motivation, and then you can see what it is. Like, you can get inspired.
People don't understand the power in affirmations.
For real.
Yeah.
There's power in affirmations. Every morning I wake up and I listen to affirmations. Whether I listen to them or I see them on Instagram, I read them, I post them. Like, people don't understand the power of affirmations. You spoke about that. There's just he's probably like 2-3 years old. There's a little boy. He's like 2 or 3, and he just came out with his own book, dropped his own book yesterday for children affirmations. It starts from young. So especially with us adults, I commend you for having a quote book for people, because especially during these trying times, like people's mental, emotional health, and that's one thing about our Black communities, especially. I feel like, granted, everywhere has struggle, everywhere has certain shit, but us New Yorkers, like, we really gotta learn how to get it out the mud. Like, there is no fucking family sitting there waiting to leave this so you can, or land. We don't have land. Fucking
nigga, we about to purchase some land down here. So
now my family come up. You gotta go get it. That's how my family's bred.
Exactly. So, let everyone know where they can find you, where they can listen to not even just your music, but just your brand as a whole, because you are the brand.
Because now I'm interested. I'm about to tap into everything you got.
Because all of your list all of your services. Because obviously, like I said, me personally, some people, if they see me, they go like, "Oh, yeah, she do radio," but she actually throws.
That's a jail of all trades. That's you know what I'm saying. Don't box yourself in.
It's literally that. Like I tell people. When people ask me what I do, I say
everything.
Ask me what I don't do. Just throw some stuff out there. If I don't do it, I'll let you know. But other than that, I'm doing
Seriously.
it. So, like, events, management, videos, music, production. We do graphic designs. What else is there? The stuff that I mentioned already. You know, the books.
So you do? Would you happen to do like business cards and stuff like that?
Yes, I do. I do
he
business
did.
cards.
He mentioned that already. That's why I said I'm going to him.
Yeah, okay. I do business cards, posters, flyers. Anything you see me design on my page, Tighten a Rap on all platforms. I made it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Or you see my website, tightenerap.com or rockviewent.com. I made it.
Okay.
So I make websites too. So that's, I do marketing services and all that. Right.
Yeah, I do have one more question, because obviously the pandemic has trying times. Like I said, it either was good or bad for us. I feel like it was a blessing and a curse in disguise, or whatever you're saying, what the fuck, whatever.
I know what you mean.
How has the pandemic 2020 affected you?
Well, for me, at first it was annoying because first let me say, aside from the people dying from it, that's the most important part to me. Cause I'm like, that's whatever they got going with this COVID, that's foul. I don't care who started it. it shouldn't be
People
that.
started.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't get into that part.
You did it. No, you did it.
Yeah,
Right.
but other than that though, it's like because when COVID started in March, that was actually like I was about to start doing.
2019, but okay.
No, for me it started 2020 March.
You just
but
let that go over your head. I said 2019 because it was going on since 2019.
But that's what it.
know, yeah.
But here's the thing though.
Now for you,
For
when
my
you started
story-
feeling it, when you started feeling the effects.
Here's
of
the
it.
funny part. She said 2019, but that's where it started though. Because when I was gonna do my event in March and then the COVID happened, that was my first event to get back in the field for my accident I had March 2019.
Wow.
So March 2019, I had the car accident. So
That's crazy.
my doctor kept saying, "Don't go in the club." And I'm like, "Yo, but I make money in the club." Like,
Yeah.
they were like, "Yo, but if you get bumped the wrong way, you can really be hurt." Because I
Gotcha.
had a car accident and my back had got messed up real quick. So I was like, "Yo, but doc, I gotta work." And they were like, "No, you better lay low." So I didn't stop feeling pain from March until November. So November when I felt that I wasn't feeling no more pain, I said, all right, I'm gonna do my events again. But when I get back at it, I'm gonna go heavy. My first event for real was March 30th. But
crazy.
the COVID happened, and so I'm like,
Shut everything
damn. So
down.
for me, it was annoying because that's like 2 years not doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point, I just sat down and thought, like, how can I COVID-proof my business? That's how the book came about, because I was writing blogs and stuff. The book came out of that. Then me distributing my own stuff came out of that. Me making the Access Titan subscriptions came out of that. So for me, it was like, it sucks now, but think about how to COVID proof it for later, and then you be all right. So I'm able to travel back and forth with my kids. Like, normally my kids in school, I got to be in New York. But now they're doing virtual school. They could come with me down here.
Yeah.
So now, come on, let's go. We're going down to grandma and granddad crib. We go down there and we figure it out. Because this is what I want to do down there anyway. So y'all gonna be with grandma and granddad while I go hustle.
Listen,
And
I
then-
respect you, man.
know?
Listen, I respect you. You in your bag, so.
And I ain't saying it. Like, what they say? I ain't capping, right? Because
Yeah.
look, listen, this is
100%
bloodline.
right
Like,
there.
he know.
He had to go southern. I ain't capping.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, so I say I ain't
Yeah.
capping, right? No Chuck, whatever you want to call it. Whatever. That's what they say in the Cali. No Chuck. They say no cap down south, and I say in Brooklyn, it ain't bullshit.
Yeah, that. Yeah, no bullshit.
No bullshit, right? So whatever you want to call it, we just got to get to it. So
Yeah.
COVID was like an eye opener to say, like, look, at any given moment, stuff can be taken from you.
I respect
That's why I
it
don't work
so
a 9 to 5,
much.
because that can get taken.
That's a fact.
I respect it. 100. So again, before we depart ways, let everyone know where they can find you on social media, where they could inquire to utilize your services. Promote your motherfucking self, you
So
heard?
you can get me at Titan of Rap. That's TITANOFRAP on any platform. That's also the website, titanofrap.com. That's for me directly. If you want to know what I'm doing with endeavors with partners, artists, and everything like that, go to Rockview ENT. That's ROCKVIEWENT.com. And that's also the same on all social media, Rockview ENT. So that's the two.
Yes, that was so dope. That was so dope. So before you physically leave, we're gonna chop it up. But y'all know the vibes.